think for me, I think everyone wants the same thing, Alice. I think we all just want to have our little peace and to be comfortable and to have our family and to be relaxed and to be able to live apart our lives, right? I wish that the system would change and money wasn't a thing and all that, but that's fantasy land. We're not going there. We are different and we have different life experiences, which put us in different categories. If you want to say put us in the Republicans and the Democrats, whatever, however you want to separate
Mhm,
it, correct?
mhm.
But really, I think if everyone sat down and they wrote out, this is what I want for my life, the only argument is how do we get there? So
And
why
not
are we arguing so much when we really all want the same thing?
anything.
And why
It's
can't we come together as a people? And is that a factor? Is the empathy a factor of that? Is the education a factor of that? Is the socialism, all of it, socialization, everything a factor in why that is just completely broken down? And we can't sit down and have a conversation with someone that we don't agree with. We don't even want to be in the same room with someone that we don't agree with. And I
no,
can't believe that. Not myself. Not myself. I love people that I have different
me
opinions
too,
with
me
because
too.
then I learn and then I
Right.
can choose my own opinions because there is nothing wrong with changing your opinion. That does not make you a hypocrite. You if you are given information and your opinion changes, that is completely valid. Now, I'm going to
Well,
step
I
to the floor, so go ahead.
I think that if we go back to the concept of democracy and we think about that and how we think about what democracy means to us, I think as the human race, in the on the continent of the United States, I think we have become spoiled brats. We want what we want the way we want it. And we lose sight of what we want when we start bruising others to get what we want. And as you just said so astutely, we all want pretty much the same way. We just disagree on how to get there.
That's right.
But what creeps into all of that is this idea of commercialism, socialism, all of those isms that have tenets of what I might espouse. It may be that you may espouse some of the tenets of what of an ism,
Uh-huh.
but not all of it. And so
Mhm.
I think that we feel obligated to push back if we don't get everything we want. And what happens is we cut off our professional noses or whatever to spite our faces because it is a fact as adults, you can never have everything you want. And you can have some things that you want, but others are a compromise. And sometimes we will live a lifetime and don't get the things that we want. But I think we have lost the ability to appreciate the things that we have and the things that have eluded us either by age or by race or by uh, our choice in spouses or our educational level. All of that, it doesn't matter in the end if you're unhappy. And we have to learn to find our happiness, and it's not in isms.
Agreed.
It's not in the isms of the world. The happiness that we hammer out comes from uh, each other, comes from love, comes from compromise. It comes from I give, you give. Let's all, do what we can to make the thing work. But again, as you just said earlier, we've monetized everything.
Every single thing. Yes, every single.
Everything. If it doesn't have a dollar figure, you're not having a conversation. And that robs us of our ability to live, and I'm not sure what word I wanna use here, but money I'll put it this way. You can have all the money in the world, but it can't buy it can't buy you a bed that will buy you sleep. You can have all the money in the world and you can hire doctors, but you can't always buy health. You can have all the money in the world and sit on a couch, of some, a somebody psychoanalyzing and all that, but in the end the money is not what makes you happy. It's not what makes you healthy. It's not what gives you a good night's rest because the money keeps us awake. Either
Mhm.
how are we going to get it? And if we already got it, how are we gonna keep it? You
Yeah, that's
know?
always, everything anyone thinks about. I think really, truly, if that went away, that would be, I think everything would change. But how do we get rid of that? You know what I mean? These are the things that these
Yes.
problems are so big, Alice. They're
Yes.
so grand that you feel like, what's the point in trying to chip away at it if
Right.
it's so big, right? And so
Right.
I think we've all just kind of become so just complacent in that and just like, I can't make a difference. I'm not going to make a difference. So what's the point?